Welcome back to Hidden Gems. This is Arden Thomas, Income Smart Talk Product Manager. We're going to continue the DomainMaster example. This is going to be the bonus that I'm going to walk you through how to do it if you're not less familiar with the VisualWorks product. So this is the launcher that I opened up from the icon, which you'll find on a Windows or Mac machine. I can create a new 32 or 64-bit project. I'm going to use 32 here. That's all I need. I'm going to call it DomainMaster 1 or demo. Let's see, demo 1. Say OK. I'm going to close this workspace. Now I need to set up my image to do some of the things I need to do. So first, I'm going to load parcels. I'm going to load net clients. The reason we're loading net clients is because we're going to screen scrape the internet for some data to create stock security domains for our example. Also, we're going to build some interfaces, so you need to load the UI Painter, which we've done. Next, you're going to need to get some files from me, which I have put right here. The DomainMaster parcel, Arden extensions. I'm going to eventually move that into pieces of that are needed into the DomainMaster, but I'm going to load these two parcels. And also I have some information that will create my stock domains, and we can look at that as well, which I have right here. So I'm going to file in this ST file. Okay, I should be set there. I'm going to save this. I'm going to make this a little larger, close this. This is a tip. Now it opens up that size, and I'm going to say spawn. Let's see, non-syncom code. This will winnow things down to just a smaller subset, usually just the things that I have, but these are also contributed items also. So if I look at the stock domain, I have a stock, and I have a load stock, so it's going to go to these URLs and screen scrape and create this. So let's take a look. Let's load stocks. I'm going to create a stock dictionary. I'm going to right-click and inspect this. And what it's doing, it's screen scraping. So here's Alcoa. Let's double-click on that. So here's my domain object. It's got the symbol AA. Belongs to the sector Basic Industries, name, Alcoa, industry, and it's on the New York Stock Exchange. So how many of these do I have? Quite a number. Let's look at inspect the stock dictionary. Let's see, self, size, printed, 5,199 domain objects. I loaded in. So we've got plenty to work with. Okay, next step. Let's open a workspace that we can create a domain object to work with. Stock is going to get stocks. Let's say stock dictionary. At say JP Morgan, and let's inspect that, and sure enough, that's what I have. Okay, next step, let's build an interface. The interface with the UI Painter, I can edit a new canvas. Say we want to show the symbol, apply that. I'm going to build a few of these to save a little time. Okay, so I've built my labels. Let me give the application itself. This is going to be click in here, stock app, apply. Now we're going to have let's put some input fields in here. Now the great thing about using DomainMaster is that the application itself is a value model. Now for aspect adapters that we talked about in previous screencasts, the first thing here in the aspect is the value model. Well, we can make this really simple. Since the application itself will behave as the value model, and we want the application, I also put in a method, my, that basically just returns your application, which is a value model holding the domain. So I can simply say, because of all that, the upshot is I can say my symbol to get the symbol. So this really simplifies it and makes it pretty clear. I usually make the ID the same thing in case I wish to access it programmatically. Let me build the rest of these. Okay, so I put my input fields in, my symbol, my name, my sector, my industry, my exchange. That's all I've done. Let's align these. So let's see. We'll select all these. We will left justify them and spread them out evenly. Let's do the same thing with the labels. We'll right justify them and spread them out so it looks better. Okay, now we can install this. Well, first we're going to want to come in here. I want to create a new package. We'll call it stock demo. We're going to need that in a moment. You'll see. I'm going to click on this, which will install this. The class we're going to create, we're going to put in the package that we just created, stock demo. That's why we created that. The name of this will be stock app. And rather than the UI application model, this is where I'm going to use my DomainMaster. That's all that's needed. Let's say OK. So make this. We'll install that. And if I open this up, I actually have an empty app. Now, all I've done is paint this, but I already have a functional application. Let's say stock app gets stock app. Now, part of the DomainMaster API is open with domain. I'm going to use the stock above. Let's give that a try. And there we have it. Now, because this app is a value model, I can tell it its value. We're going to get a different. I'll put this in parens. Let's say IBM. And if I execute this, this should in fact, and it does, update that information. So we just swapped in a new domain model into this application. And the application is just these. I'd probably want to make some of these fields a little larger. Let me do that. Okay, I've updated that, the size. There we go. That looks a little better. So there you have it. With no, we can take a look at so this is the stock app. And as you can see on the instance side, there's literally no code for this. It just uses the capabilities of the DomainMaster framework, and we just have the window spec on the class side. So this is an example of how to build the application using Pattern1. In a future screencast, we'll show how to do the screen scraping we did here to create our domains. Next screencast, I'll show you how to use Pattern2. Until next time, good luck with Smalltalk.